Today we're gonna try some simulation in Excel. What we're gonna do is we're gonna simulate Nifty 50 daily chart. So this is what we're gonna do. To draw any graph, we need two values. Like there should be an x-axis and y-axis. And x-axis is usually time, and y-axis will be the value. And we know that the market opens in India at 9:15 a.m. and it will go up to 3:30 p.m. So what I'm gonna do here is we are going to simulate a graph that happens. It's a daily graph between this two time for every second. Like we are expecting as a moment in every second. So there will be 60 seconds of value for 9:15 alone. So this will be the so if you fill it out, see a time series, it will look something like this. It will start at 9:30 and it will go on till it is 3:30. Like for uh, every second it will be there. For 9:15, after that 1 second will be counted. Actually, total I think it be around 20 22,500 seconds, I think. That many seconds will be there. For that many data we should be having. So for every second, we need the closing value as well. So we have the time. First second is here. The second we need the value. So now we have the time is already. It's already easy. We can easily say easily put there. That's an obvious fact. But for the closing value, we have to do some calculations and all. Let's see how it works. See, for the opening value, we can easily get it. We can easily get it from um, previous day's market price, previous day's closing price. So, what we need for that particular second is what moment happened in that particular second. Maybe a 1 rupee movement or a 2 point movement, 3 point movement. It depends. So this value we have to find, and once we find that value, what we have to do is we simply have to put an equation here. Closing value will be opening value plus whatever the delta. Delta means the change, what happened, the change value will be there. And for the 9:15 one, the next second, the opening value will be this one, and so on. So on this part we can easily populate for the series value. We can easily populate the equation. It's nothing. It's just we are referring this value from here, and for this cell for 9:15:03, it will be referred from the closing value of 9:15:02, so on. And also at the closing value as well, the equation will be the same for each. Like here, what will be the equation? Here it will be the same, 7500 plus delta value. You will get the, so we can populate this cell as well. Now we have, what we have to find is we have to find the delta value. Now for to find the delta value, the time is for every second we need the delta value, like change value should be the, and delta value delta. I hope you got what I meant by delta value. Say the market opens at 17,500, the next second it may go to 17,505 or 17,504, or it may go to 17,498. That change is what I mean by the delta value. Say for the 17,500 to go to 17,505, there is a 5 plus change, right? That 5 point is what I meant by delta value. So yeah, it's also have to note that it can be negative as well. Like it's not like market is always going up. It can go down and it can go up. So there should be a randomness in the delta value. So here in this column, in this sheet, we're going to make we're going to create the random values, and it's based on a simple equation of rand function. Let's see how we can do that. The time factor is the same here. We will have to get the time from here. um, okay, we copied the time. Now we have to get the main rand value. The rand equation is very simple. You have to put equals rand, then you have to open a bracket and close it, and you will easily get a value. That's your random number, and every time as cell changes, the random value will be changing as well. So once we get the main rand value, what I did was I didn't want it to be like a decimal figure. So I put a round off function and also multiplied by 100 so that I can get it in hundreds, because I want my random value in the main random value to be in hundreds, so that I can easily manipulate it. So once I got that number, I have to convert it into tens. Like once you get the random number value, you convert it into tens. And by converting into tens means just you simply have to divide it by 10. Uh, so here once again we will go with the equation. You can see it is equal to the rand function is only this much, and all this and multiplied by 100 comma 0, and round. I hope you know the round function. So the round all this I put just for the sake of it, like to handle the number easily. So after you get the main rand number, you have to go for the you have to convert into tens. Why we convert into tens is because as I seen and what I seen from the data is for a particular second, if you are looking, the Nifty could move between anywhere between 0 to 10, and there can be a huge movement beyond that, but often let's for the sake of it, for the sake of here, let's say it's moving in between 0 to 10, and that 0 to 10 you will get the value here, but that whatever the value you get in tens, it can also be a positive and negative. So the final result should be something based on another randomness. Like you got the random number here, but you have to also make sure that the movement is also random. Like it could be sometimes it could be positive, sometimes it could be negative, sometimes it could be zero, like no movement at all. So for that I have to I used another random function. We can use rand between it's a simple equation, rand between -1 comma 1, which means this number will here you will get a number. The PC itself will the accelerator itself will come up with a number between -1 and +1. It can either be -1 at times, or +1, or any number between, or it could also be 0. So this means your final result could be changed at any time. Say whenever you change the random number, like any whenever you change any cell value, it automatically changes the random number. So your final result will also be changed. At times you will get 0 here. So it's like that, work like that. Now what you have to do is you just have to populate all the other cells. For that you have to select here and just do the population, and yeah, it's populated right now. Now we have the final value. This column we have the value, and what we have to do is you have to refer that value here. To refer that value, let's delete all these things. We don't require this one. So to refer this value, you have to go and refer it. Yeah, and just populate it. Now the Excel will automatically, since we already given the equation, it will automatically calculate what the values happen to the index and all. Now we have to create the like graph. So for that I'll bring the time factor one more, so I'll make it closer to here just to easily edit it, nothing else. So we'll select time column and value column. See, we have time column and value column right now. So both values are there. You only require two x column and y column to draw a simple graph. So you will select time and closing value till this much cells, and what we have to do is just go to pick pick a graph model. Let's say we'll go with this one. Yeah, it's working. Now let's call it a name, Nifty50 simulation. Let's put it in another page so that it looks good. Let's keep it a little bit bigger, and yeah, let's little bit put some more style into it. Let's see which one we should go for. Yeah, we'll go with this one. So now what now the fun part starts here. Like every time you change any value in this cells, or just even if you are refreshing, not refreshing, if you're saving it or just deleting one cell, the your random number changes. Every time the random number changes, your simulation also changes. Now let's see how it works. So I'm keeping the file, this cell here, and just pressing the delete button. And every time I press the delete button, the whole random value changes. I'll show you here. Say I'm gonna press the delete, and you see every time I press the delete, the random value changes, and whenever the random value changes, our simulation graph also changes, because this graph is based on those values, right? So this way we can play around with market value and see how random like this kind of patterns occurs, and it will not all the time, but at times it will simulate the market as it is, because the market is also random, and what the equation we given is also random. Now you can improve the patterns by bringing more parameters, something like say you can limit the volatility for a specific period, like 9 to 15, and maybe till 10:30 you will use one parameter of volatility, and after 10:30 you may be till 1 o'clock you will use another parameter for the volatility. Maybe this will be the high period, this will be the little bit low period, and after 1 to 3 you will use another volatility value. So in this way you can even you can bring in some other I would say volume data. All this you can bring in and see what happens to the graph. You cannot use this with this you cannot use this much for the for backtesting and all, but if you're keen on putting more parameters into the RAND data, the change value, you can come up with some interesting patterns, and like you can also forward test your strategies and all. Uh, the I think it works because of the RAND function, because there is always the randomness same as in the market, so it tends to replicate the patterns we see in the market as well, as the market is also for a certain degree it's random as well. um, so I'll link I'll link you'll find in the description, you will find um, one Excel file I did, the same one. You can find it and just play around with it. It's a see it as a fun project you can do with your, if you got time. So see it as a fun project you can do on your own, using just a laptop is enough. So maybe an old PC with handling this much data, it may create some problem, but uh, for even an i3 it easily works on an i3 and any other I would say another simple laptop or anything. Just so play around with it and let me know how it is. Thanks for watching.